Good evening, everyone. I am Reverend Shannon. I'm the program manager for DRUM, which stands for Developing Righteous United Movements. We are a subsidiary of Brownsville Think Tank Matters. And as you can see, our team is out here tonight. And I was just telling my colleague, Reverend Brandon Smith, that I speak before people all the time. But this is very different. And it's very different because I'm not just here in support of what we're doing for Tanya, but I am also a very close friend of Tanya, and we were here on Saturday when it transpired. So please understand how difficult this is for me, because I didn't realize how much it traumatized me. But we're here, and we're going to stand strong, and we're going to represent our beloved sister, because she is so deserving of this and so much more. And I want everyone to pay attention, because over the next few weeks and months, the full magnitude of our sister's life will unfold before us. And we will begin to experience the full height, width, breadth, and depth of her existence. And so we want to open this prayer visual up, of course, just lifting our voices to our Creator. But before we do that, one thing that I often say, because I'm a eulogist, and I tell people all the time that celebration and pain can occupy the same space. Celebration and pain can occupy the same space. And I always encourage not to lean on one over and against the other, but allow the two to live in the tension in which they exist. So I'm going to ask those who have their hands free, because I know there are candles in some hands and phones in others, but for those who have their hands free, can we just for a moment put our hands together and tell God, our Creator, thank you for her life, for her love, and for her legacy. If you will, let's bow our heads and hearts in a word of prayer. Sovereign God, the heavens declare your glory. The skies proclaim the works of thine hands. Day after day it brings forth knowledge, and night after night its speech has no end. The earth is yours, the fullness thereof, the world, and they that dwell within. Sovereign Creator, all of life belongs to you. And tonight we gather in this sacred space to celebrate, or shall I say in this pre-celebration, of one who belonged to you, our beloved sister, Tanya Odums. And how grateful we are for her sojourn in the earth, and how grateful we are for the impact that her life has had on those who stand under the sound of my voice right now. We give you thanks for her life, for her love, and for her legacy. And Sovereign Creator, I pray that the precious gift of memory that you were so gracious to give to each and every one of us would be activated fully as we sit over the next few days and months and even years to come in reflection of such a wonderful gift that you have placed in our midst by our beloved sister, Tanya Odums. We're so grateful to you for all the lessons that she taught. We're so grateful to you for all the doors that she opened for so many. We're so grateful to you for the many places that she has occupied, being a blessing to and being blessed by. We're so grateful to you. And we pause, we stand in the very space, Lord, where you allowed her to exit from this realm of life and to enter into the next. And we stand here on sacred ground because her life touched this space, and we're so privileged and honored. So bless every moment of this vigil. Bless every person who opens their mouth to speak about her. But most importantly, bless our memory so that even in the month of December, we can still experience flowers. Amen, amen, and ashe. We have the beautiful sisters of the Sacred Women Global Village. And they're now going to come and they're going to lead us in the libations. And if you were here on Saturday, this was one of the last things that Tanya did on Saturday. She poured libations. And it's important for us to remember that none of us stand on our own. We stand on the shoulders of great men and women who have come before us. So let's receive our beloved sisters as they come to lead us in the pouring of libation.
Everyone that's greeting, Kemetic greeting. My name is Roseanne Asta Ertz. I am on a boot with Queen of Four, Sacred Woman's Rite of Passage. Etapu again, can hear my voice. Etapu, everyone, good evening. We want to thank you for being here, for being in the presence and in the midst of us this evening as we celebrate Tanya Sherise Odums. All of our sisters here today are sisters who went through the rites of passage, life. I don't want to call it training, but just life embodiment, life of our spiritual netarus and ancestors. We are here. Tanya was a sacred woman for 20 plus years. Most of us been with Sacred Woman 20 years. I've been a Sacred Woman for 22 years, and so forth, and down the line. But we are here, and we are here as women, and we are here as a people because we do remember. We remember our ancestors. We remember our culture. Remember the importance of women, and us people on this planet, walking as gods and goddesses. We have a power within, we have a supernatural power within, but we just need to reawaken that. And with the rites of passage that we have Queen of Four and Baba Haru and Kemetic legacy has reawakened that power within. And we were here on Saturday, reawakening the power within everybody who was in this community. And that's our work. That was Tanya Sherise, because she rise. Right? That was her work. That's what we were here doing, sharing with the people what we have, because we can't take it with us, right? We have to pass it on to you, to the next generation. So we are here, and she did the libation for us on Saturday while we were here, not knowing that we would be here to do the libation for her. But then again, we have to arise to that occasion for her and for our culture and for our community and for the power and everything that she stands for. This is us as a community, and we come here, we come forth to pour this libation today. We have the light, but the ethers, the air wants to flow through, and we're just gonna let it flow. But we are light. You are the light. Once you breathe in every morning, you are the light. You carry the light. So although the camera is not lighted right now, know that you are a light within. So first I'd like to pour libation to the netarus, and the netarus are the guardians that watch over us. the guardians that you see on the Kemetic walls. We call them Netarus because they hold the power within. So we're pouring libation to the Netarus who are here. The air that we feel just caressing through us right now, that's the Netarus, right? That's one of the Netarus that shoot. Right? So that's the air. So we pour libation to the Netarus that are in our midst. Share. I'd like to pour libation to the ancestors. And the ancestors are the ones, the shoulders that we stand upon. We always stand upon their shoulder. We are flying on their shoulder. They're watching over us. And we are here. We're supposed to show the purpose why we are on this planet to our ancestors. Because they paved the way. They paved the way for us. And they always do. Not because you don't see them, you know, but they're there in the midst. Because that's part of our culture, to respect our ancestors because they guide us. So we would like to pour this libation in honor of Tanya, who is now a current ancestor who is in our midst. We were here just a few days ago, but now she knows that we are here. She's in the midst also. She's our current ancestor. She knows what we need. She knows what we have to do. So she's just going to guide and protect us. Once you believe that, you know that she's there to guide and protect and hold us. Tuanter. And Tuanter means thank you to the gods. Thank you to the guardians who are watching over us. In Kemetic legacy. We like to give thanks and praises to the elders who are in our midst today, because our elders hold the truth. Our elders know, right? Our elders are the ones who are just going to guide us. If you have elders in your midst, you need to bow at their feet because they are power. They've been through the eons. They've been here. They know. Listen to the elders. Just listen to them because they hold the power also. Give thanks and praise to all of the elders in the midst. Hashem. Hashem. I would like to also pour libation to us for being here, for all of the organization that came forth, to our Assemblywoman League, who has spearheaded this and guided us and supported everybody in the community. Thus so far, I know she just took her seat, but she's there for us, and she feels the pain, and she's just there. And everyone who's here, and everyone who may not be here, we pour libation because we pray for them, because you are our reflection. No matter what it is, it's part of you. We see you in us, and you see us in you. Right? Your brothers and sisters, we come from the same melanin generational pool, come from the stars, from the Edens, and you got to know this. You got to know this, because we are power. Yes, although I did pass on and I talked about the ancestors, I just wanted to give that moment to Tanya. But if you would like to call on any ancestors who are for your higher good at this time, you may do so. Call them out, call them out, call them out. They walk with you, call them out, call them out. Yeah, call them out.
Moses and glass more.
Ashe. 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 To enter to the divine, our divine selves and your divine selves being here today. Give thanks and praise. And I pass out into everyone.
Can we thank our sacred women for leading us? And now I'm going to ask, so Queen is not here, right? Queen is not here, right? So so we are going to need one of you to come and do our statement of purpose, and you kind of already know what that is, but we want to have an official statement of purpose.
Greetings again, everyone. Whew. A shade for the support, beloved. I'm always being assigned to do something. It must be my sister. Our purpose today is to honor our sister. I'm looking for the words, so you must forgive me. I'm going to take my time, but not too much. I'm looking for the words. We all know how she was in the community. She loved the community. She loved her sisters. If we needed something, she was like, you could do it. Get your, like she told y'all, get your cards, get your crystals, get it together. I sell clothes. She was like, you gonna sell them clothes, because I'm gonna help you. I'm gonna help you. I love you, Tanya. I really do. We just had a conversation 3 weeks ago. She was like, girl, that's a fly dress. Let me get that. And I was like, all right, no problem. Just 3 weeks ago, I was in her presence. And every time we're together, we just laugh. I never had a bad moment with her. But like I said, I'm a little, not nervous. I wouldn't say nervous. I'm just overwhelmed. I'm overwhelmed. And I had to show up. I was bestowed the honor today of giving her last dress. So, yeah, it's a bit emotional right now. And her last jewelry that she'll be taking to the other side with her. So I'm feeling full. I'm feeling full. I got the call and I was like, me? Like, I don't have anything. And then I was like, yes, I do. I had to reach back and say, yes, this is what I have for you, beloved, because you always told me, fly, and you're going to give me a dress. And this is what happened. This happened today. So I'm really, like I said, I'm reaching for the words. And I'm so happy for the support of my sisters. And I'm just going to close out by saying I truly love this woman. I really did. I really did. For the short period of time that I've known her, I feel like I've known her forever. Forever. Because that's the impact that she had on each and every one of us that's standing out here today. So, in closing, I just want to say Ashe, 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 sis, Ashe. I just thank you.
Thank you so much. Now I'm going to ask Reverend Brandon Smith to come. He's going to introduce our beloved brother Shakir Stanley, and we're going to participate in a dove release on behalf of our sister.
Peace, family. The doves are significant and symbolic in a number of ways. As we pause tonight to honor the life and the legacy and the service of Tanya, one of the things that when you look at one of the spiritual meanings of doves is that it's said whenever you see a dove, it is a sign that you're supposed to help someone, but not only just help them, but you help them using all of the love and all of the compassion and all of the service within you. And when we think about the life, the spirit, the work that Tanya has been about over the community over the last, y'all know how many years better than I know it, that is what Tanya was about. It's about helping others with love, with service, and with compassion. And so as we prepare to release these doves, what I would invite every one of you to do in your own special way, to get your own memory of Tanya in your mind and your heart. If you don't know Tanya, just put her name in your heart. And if Brother Shakir comes, when the doves are released, I want you to see Tanya flying off with the doves. Can we do that? Brother Shakir.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Shakir Stanley. I'm with Stanley's Love Doves. First off, I'd like to start by conveying my deepest condolences to you, the family, and friends of our dearly departed sister Tanya. Secondly, I'd like to thank Brownsville Think Tank Matters for allowing me to perform this service for you. So since the beginning of time, God has used the dove as a symbol of hope, faith, peace, love, and the Spirit. But not just any spirit, the Holy Spirit. And that's the part of us that never truly dies. So today from that heart-shaped basket, we have one single dove symbolizing Sister Tanya's ascent into the heavens. And in that other basket, we have 9 other doves representing angels escorting her into the heavens. So what I'm going to ask you guys to do today is to send your love up on the wings of Sister Tanya's beautiful white doves. Because Psalms 55:6 says, "Oh, that I had the wings of a dove, then I would fly away and be at rest." In 2 Corinthians chapter 5, verses 7 and 8, it says, "We live by faith and not by sight, and we prefer to be absent with the body, so we could be at home with the Lord."
Tyrone, where is your mom? Okay. Let her come forward. Right there, where the
All right, families, we move to the side. They're going to fly out this way, okay?
Please let me feel inner peace from my center at the center of me. Please let me feel inner peace from my center at the center of me. Please let me feel inner peace from my center at the center of me. Please let me feel inner peace from my center at the center of me. My heart is open, I am aware, in these unknowing, I'm love, 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 my heart is open, I am aware, in these unknowing, I'm love, 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 love. Please let me feel inner peace from my center at the center of me. Please let me feel inner peace from my center at the center of me. Please let me feel peace from my center, the center of me.
I want to thank our brother Shakira, and I hope all of you place something on the wings of the doves as they flew away in remembrance of our beloved sister Tanya Sherise. Did she not rise? Did she not rise? I gotta contain myself because y'all know when it's time. Did she not rise? To God be the glory. At this time, I'm going to invite our founder and CEO, Brother Al Matthew, to come, and he's going to lead us in Voices of the Community. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. I met Tanya through a restorative justice training that she was facilitating several years ago. And since then, we had a great relationship. She was very encouraging. I was going through a challenging time at that particular moment, and she gave me a lot of inspiration. And I was glad to see her on Saturday. I haven't seen her in about 2 years. And I just, last Thursday, I was talking to Rev, and with the organization, I was looking for some particular trainings we could do. And I mentioned to Rev that I was going to reach out to Tanya. And when I came here Saturday, I was looking for the brother, our grief recovery coach, Brandon. And when I started walking through the crowd, I seen him at a table purchasing crystals. And as I got closer, I said, oh, sweat, there was Tanya. And I turned around at Rev and said, look, there was Tanya right there. Spoken in existence. You know, we was just talking about it 2 days ago. And she was glad to see both of us, you know, approach her, and we was laughing and catching up on things. And I was sharing with her, you know, the potential things I would like to do with her in the future with the organization. And unfortunately, you know, what happened to her on Saturday. But for those that would like to come up and give a brief moment of remembrance, welcome.
Just before you come, they're asking if you are double parked on, what is it, Cyrus, the street on Montgomery? On the other side of you. Yeah, on Montgomery, they're asking people who are double parked if you can move your cars. All right, excuse me for the interruption.
For those who would like to come up and share a brief memory and a moment that they spent with Tanya, you're welcome to do so right now. Anyone?
Peace and blessings to the family, to the community. My name is Brother Kojo Allende, and I'm with my elder brother, Baba and Watson Nubian, and we are representing the band, our band, Nubian Messengers. And I wanted to come forward and give a word of memory and thanks to Sister Tanya, who just this past summer during the African Arts Festival, International African Arts Festival, which our band was had our first time performing. Sister Tanya joined us as a singer within our band for the first time. And she made an overwhelmingly rich, genuine, kind-hearted, supportive, to the point where she was writing notes for us to help us through the process in our rehearsal, making copies, doing the work. Though we were asking her to come and share her voice and be a part of our experience. And all we could talk about after the performance or even during our rehearsals was just how much she added. She came and she really added value. She added great energy to the whole experience. And we wanted to just say thank you. And it was a shock when I got the news to hear of her, I would say, untimely passing. Forgive me, to the family, with all due respect. But it was an absolute shock. And we just want to, on behalf of the band, and I'm not sure if Bobby want to say anything, but we want to make sure we say thank you to the family, thank you to Tanya, thank you to our community, both the Sacred Women, both the Be the Tree Sisterhood, which is how I was able to connect with her and bring her in, because it was in the phone call that I reached out to our sister Shawnee, asking for singers. And she was one of the first. She was the first to respond. She was the first on the call. And so we want to say thank you and give thanks. Ashe, Ashe, Ashe.
Just want to say briefly that I also found out that Tanya was a social worker, so we had that in common. And we talked about her coming to one of our Association of Black Social Workers meeting to join us, and she was excited at the prospects of that. So I also want to let the family know, let the community know that we were blessed, Newbie Messengers was blessed to have her in our presence for a short while, but her impression of what she contributed and how she was committed to it, I will never forget. I want to thank everyone for coming out today as well. And let us keep that type of impression and pass it down to our children, because that's the type of role model we need in our community. If we had more, and I know we have more, but we need to have our young people reflect on having more of that in our community to serve us. Ashe, and much blessing to everyone.
Thank you, brothers.
My name is Marietta, and on behalf of the Montgomery family, I want to give my condolences to Tanya's family. I met her on Saturday for the first time, and she touched my heart. I just want to say Ashe.
Thank you, sister. Anybody else would like to come up?
Hi, everyone. Sorry. My name is Destiny, and this is my little sister, Ariel. I met Tanya a couple years ago. And from when I met her, she took me under her wing. She she always introduced me as her niece. And Tanya, she meant so much to me, as I know she meant a lot to all of you. I was just with her on Friday. She needed help sorting her jewelry for the event on Saturday. Every time I spoke to Tanya, sorry.
On behalf of Tanya, let me speak some more about the love that she had for this young lady. She said, "This is my daughter. This is my daughter in spirit." She spoke about her, she took her under her wing, and she introduced her to the sacred way of being. She worked on her. This young woman has made a wonderful and fantastic transformation in her life. because Tanya showed her love and grace and told her how to do it. And your tears, you are beautiful, honey. She was so very proud of you. I was just looking at some pictures that she had and things that she had in her home of you just yesterday. I said, oh, I gotta give this to Destiny. I want you to know, and I'm sure you do, you were her pride, her rose, her sweet flower, okay?
I just want to say, because I know Tanya is watching right now, and I just want to thank her. And I appreciate her so much. And I know she helped a lot of people because she definitely helped me. So for us to have Tanya in our lives, it doesn't matter if it was 5 minutes, she was a blessing. And I just want all of you to know that she had so much love. And I just want to let her know that I love her so much. I love her, I love her, I love her. And I'm grateful for her. I'm so sorry this happened. But she loved all of us. So let's just continue to have love for her. And for each other, because this is what she wanted. She would always say, look at your neighbor. Hold your neighbor's hand. Hug your neighbor. Doesn't matter if we don't know each other personally, but we need to be there for each other. Be there for our community. And thank you all for showing up, because I see that we all loved her, and it feels so good to see all of you. So thank you. And
peace, everybody. Peace. What is life? When we accept life, we accept death, because it's the ultimate of our life, right? And a lot of times, that's Tanya singing to us, right? Nicole. I met Tanya in like 2001. She was part of the inception of Life Camp. She was our first social worker. She helped build our social work program. She would bring in these interns to work with our young people, and they would be like one in the bed, and the little one said, roll over, and they would all quit because, you know, they were these NYU or Hunter College students, and they didn't know how to deal with our kids, and Tanya would try to work with them, but most of them didn't make it, but Tanya did, because as Destiny said, Tanya was dedicated to young people. She was dedicated to completing the assignment. She was dedicated to giving light and love to young people and to this work, in whatever form this work found itself in Tanya's steps. Because Tanya went through the work in many different formats. In many different formats, she bodied this work. Up until her last breath, she was bodying the work. She dropped the mic and said, job done. And now it's our turn, as Queen said the other night, to complete the assignment. And I'm looking at the Sacred Sisters because she probably gave every single one of y'all an assignment. And actually, I got the recording, so we know the assignment. So we will continue the assignment in our sister's name. We will continue the assignment, you know.
Peace, everyone. I am Tracy Queen. This is a surreal moment, I'm sure, for all of us. And I just want to say the work continues, right? There's no coincidence that Tanya orchestrated all of this, right? She really, really did. She was longing for sisterhood, right? And about a year and a half ago, I called her. I was like, we're going to do Sacred Woman Alumni. These are our sacred sisters. I said, come on. I said, let's do it. Let's have an alumni circle. Every once a, well, Queen said we're going to do it once a month. And the only person I can think of was Tanya. And I called her. I was like, okay, Tanya, come on. And she took off, right? And she implemented her restorative justice approach to the work that we do in the community. And I was like, okay, we're going to call it Deep Dive. And Tanya, yo, she dove deep, baby. You know, that once, every third Sunday of the month, I'm like, I'll show up. She bodied it, right? And she was longing for the sisterhood. And the day whenever it was Saturday, she was around the sisters. She was around the community doing the work. And I'm listening to all of the messages that she left, the voicemails. I'm like, why is she giving out all these assignments? Like, what? You ain't in charge. But, well, yeah, I am. That's what she said. Yeah. And this is your assignment. And you know, my Aquarius, like, in charge. I'm like, what? I'm looking at the phone. Like, why are you talking? Like, what's all of this? And now I'm like, okay, she orchestrated this. She was around family, community, the work that she did. The work, it's about the work. For each and every one of your lives that she impacted, do the work. We got to take care of ourselves. You know what I'm saying? We can't just be eating any and everything. I'm sure nobody in Brooklyn, nobody eats pork, right? Surely, you know, that's like old school. That's nothing now, right? Okay, it's important, our health. She was big on that. That was a struggle. It's a struggle for some of us, most of us, right? And it even got nothing to do with the weight. You could be like this, right? Think about it. When you go home today, just drink a cup of water. That's it. That's the start. Your body's made of 80% water and some lemon. And that's why we're here today. That was her message, to bring community together. She talked about wellness. Like, y'all were there on Saturday. It was a wellness event, right? Right. So the message is here for all of us to continue. Take care of your health. No coincidence, we're meeting today. The holidays are rolling around. I don't mean go crazy and get sick, right? Be a little lighter. Anyway, I'm going to miss my friend, but I know she's still around. I've never have lost a close friend. So it just doesn't seem like it's real. You know, I've called her phone a couple of times. One time I called, Spry answered the phone. I was like, no, hang up. I want either her or the voicemail to pick up. I called again today. Okay, Tanya. All right, I got it. I'm going to pass the mic to our beloved healer, sacred healer, guru, mother, spiritual mother, Queen of Four. Ashe.
Thank you. She's here. She's active, so let's chant her up. Because Tanya Odums is a active wellness warrior. And she brought us all out here tonight for a reason, because we're all on assignment. She gave me my assignment the night before. Every one of us is on assignment together to bring about wellness. But she brought the sacred sisters together, 5 of them, to stand with her to present to our community wellness, that we don't have to be sick, that the power to heal us is within us. So everyone in our great mother, who's a profound, active ancestor, we will pour libation, we'll call out her name and her mission from our perspective. And we will be empowered, because that's what she was about. She was about power, vitality, energy, conviction, standing on your knowingness. So we will always love her. And she's our leadership. She's leadership inside the Sacred Women. She took on all the Sacred Women who graduated with her right hand and her left hand and her front and the back, everything she needed with Tracy Queen, Tracy Queen. Together as sister to sister, they charged the women. That's why we can have her sisters out here today supporting her for now and for all time. So we're going to say Abut, because Abut means leadership. And it also means that she's the priestess of healing, of wellness. So we're going to say Abut, Tanya Odums. We're going to say it 8 times for prosperity. The prosperity in our community shows up in economics. It shows up in our health. It shows up in our family's healing. Every level of prosperity, we're going to call it out 8 times. And she's going to feel it. And she's so grateful to everyone who is out here, because Tanya, she's actually in everybody's war. When you walk away, you're walking away with her. You are a piece of her. Something she did for you, something she said to you, how she encouraged you, we're her. So when they said, so where is she? She's here. She's here. She's here. And she's an active ancestor. So we can just say thank you to our beloved, everyone. Abut, Tanya Odums. Clap. 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 Abut, Tanya Odums.
Absolutely.
So when you're a righteous ancestor, as long as your name is called out and we follow with her works, then she lives eternally. And all we do is keep getting better, and everything she says, it keeps going up stronger and stronger in us. I am so happy that we all came out today, right here in the street. We're all wellness street warriors. Yes. And everyone here is going to do something for the next, one of our priestesses, one of our sisters said, in Yoruba culture, 42 days to come all the way home to the Most High. It's a journey, like a journey coming in, with the mother carrying you in. It's a journey also. So let's take these next weeks to stay on the journey of wellness and have community wellness. So something you need to let go of, let it go tonight. What is that you're going to let go that's poisoning you or your family? Call it out.
Starch.
Come on.
Sugar.
Come on.
Sugar.
Toxic relationship. Come on, call it.
Toxic relationship.
Come on, call it. Violence. Attitude, bad attitude. Lack mentality. What else? Come on, let it go. This is the time. China's watching us. Come on. Let it go. Come on.
Frustration.
Yes. Clap it out. We release it and we're bringing it to us. Prosperity. Thank you. Thank you, Mother.
Yes. Thank you. Right. That was beautiful.
Can we give another big round of applause for Queen Afua, the Sacred Women's Circle? Thank y'all so much, Erica Ford. Good to see you. At this time, oh, you wanted to say something? Okay, our sister here is going to close us out so we can move forward with the rest. And thank all of you for being here tonight.
Peace and blessings, everyone. Come on now, this is for Tanya Odums. I said peace and blessings, everyone.
Peace and blessings, everyone.
So please pardon me, I'm going to keep it short and sweet. While my sister was getting married, Tanya transitioned on Saturday. I just want to thank my sister Venus and everyone else that was able to answer the call. So my message to you tonight is answer the call. If your phone rings, doesn't matter how busy you are, what may be going on at the moment, answer the call. You never know, you might be able to save a life. As these queens and people that spoke before me, we all know that your health is your wealth. I'm asking you now to do the work. We already know what she stood for. We already knew what she was about. We knew what she was as far as bringing us all together to work together in communities, to look at each other and actually love one another. So I'm going to ask you to look to your left and to your right. Not now, but right now. Let's look to your left and look to your right. And let that person next to you know that you love them. And that if they need to pick up the phone and call you, that they can call you. Y'all don't understand what it takes to be the queen that Tanya was. I don't see you moving left to right. If you here celebrating Tanya, left to right, and let the people know that you love them and you'll be there for them. We came here to celebrate a life of somebody who did the work until her last breath. So now I'm asking you to pick up the baton and continue to do the work. And that's all I have to say is answer the call and do your job. Don't talk about it. We all got them phones up right now, right? Use them for more than just a text. This was my sister since we were young. So we watched each other grow, and we weren't afraid to work with each other. And she had no problem working with her people. She was proud of that. So I'm asking you, once again, pick up the phone and do the work. Can you say that? Pick up the phone
and do the work.
And do the work. Because your health is your wealth. Thank you so much.
So we want to begin to start winding down. But before we do that, our assemblywoman, Monica Waterman, who was here with us, sponsored the event on Saturday, and Tanya played an intricate role in pulling that together. And so we want to hear from our assemblywoman, who I can say is for the people. Let's receive Monique Waterman. Monique Waterman.
It's okay. It's okay. Jada, Ine, and then come up here. Reverend Shannon knew me since I was a child at St. Paul's Baptist Community Church. So, because you know how parents mistaken their kids' names sometimes. So that's it, right? So, as you said, my name is Monique Chandler Waterman. I just recently got elected as a New York State Assembly member. And thank you. And I'm, active on the streets, and I just went to Jimison houses, and we did a movie night. And times I was like, what you gonna do? Like, what's that gonna happen? This and that. What you doing for mental health? I said, actually, we have a mental health task force. And she said, tell me more about it. And as we told her about it, the next call we had, Tanya was on that call. And Tanya stayed on that call to make sure Daniel's Day to be here with Montgomery Street residents, because there was so much trauma here when Saheed Vassell got murdered on the corner right across the street. So she came here and said, I'm gonna heal, we're gonna heal, we're gonna heal. What Tanya didn't realize, she's gonna do healing, transformation, making it memorable. She wanted to make this so memorable. But Tanya, I think you understood the assignment a little too well. Because this is memorable. Some people, like you said, didn't even know her but that 10 or 15 minutes. But when you amplify, she amplified her voice on the mic. She was the voice, and our voice needs to be amplified. She amplified on the mic, so hundreds and hundreds of people passing Utica Avenue heard her. As she did meditation, as she did libations, and these two young ladies stand next to me. One is my daughter biologically, and one is my spiritual daughter. They had the privilege to watch Tanya's table while she gave her demonstration. Then after, when she came back, she gave the crystals that they are wearing. And both of these young ladies go through a lot in their life, pivotal. And the night that it happened, my kids was like, what's wrong with, Ine? She's over there with some crystals and some candles and doing all this stuff. Tanya helped her and told her how to heal and told us all how to heal. And we made sure we create that space. So I just want to thank you all for just being on that day. I have something written. I never read what I write or what's written for me, because we have to speak from the heart. That day, y'all didn't even know Tanya for 10 minutes. And she set the platform for her transformation. She wrote the script. She gave the assignments. some in voice notes, some in text messages, some on the calls, and some mentally, spiritually. She gave the assignment. Montgomery Street residents, y'all showed up and showed out that day. Nobody had to tell y'all to put together a visual. Y'all did it, and y'all knew her 10 minutes. Tanya would have did that for anybody. And sometimes people say, when I'm gone, what is it going to look like? Is people going to do for me what I did for them? Tanya, they did it. And I'm here to bring acknowledgments to everyone and what they did. It was so beautiful. And her transition, it was so beautiful. I have to describe, everyone did something. The DJ played her song. My pastor came to pray. The healers was healing. The community was making sure the ambulance got through. We were praying on the van. Has anybody ever seen an orchestrated community who did not say one word to each other, come together and understood the assignment? Tanya, you did it. That was magical, spiritual. No one has ever done that. She did it. So as we up here and we're sad, I could tell you that moment, I felt peaceful. It was an energy of peace that went over us. Tanya transitioned, doing what she loved to do. So I was supposed to come up here and give acknowledgement. So I'm going to do a couple of acknowledgements. I'm going to leave with something. So I want to thank Tanya's family. So Tanya, when I met, she said, "You look familiar." Now I know it's St. Paul's family, and now I know it's East 29th Street family, where we live, right? My mother lived a couple of doors down, and now we're even more family than others. We speak to each other every day, and we didn't even know Tanya was a connector. I want to thank Drum, who's been out here on the ground, boots to the ground. It's a pure violence group in our area with the mobile trauma unit. I said, you have to come. They're part of the mental health task force for Assembly District 3. I said, you have to be here. And I'm so happy that you were. And you put together, help organize this beautiful event. Sacred Woman of the Sacred Woman Global Village. So, as we was in the hospital, I was told, Tanya has this call that she leads on Sunday at 10 o'clock. I said, make sure I'm on that call. And thank y'all so much for that healing, because we have to learn what Tanya taught us to do self-care. That was my self-care, because I paused until today to make sure, because sometimes people don't stop. I had to pause to make sure that self-care is happening and we honor her the way she will have wanted it. My team, the members of Assembly District 58 Mental Health Task Force, thank y'all so much. Thank you to the Public Safety Task Force. They did outreach. They went to every neighbor. We wanted to make sure everyone in this block knew this was happening today. Thank y'all so much. East Flatbush Village, Inc., who hosted yesterday for the Healing Circles. God Squad, who's here as well and who helped. Utica Avenue Merchants. One of them is right here. She was like, do you need a bathroom? What do you need? They came out to help and support. DOE is in the house. Jefferson houses, Foreman houses, and all of the participants who attended Daniel's Day, Tanya's Day, our day, the community day, the forever rememberable day, whatever you want to call that day, this past Saturday.
Excuse me, I would also like to thank Life Camp.
Oh, sorry. Thank you to Life Camp. I know Reverend already did that, but I'll thank you again to Life Camp. The peaceful bill. My question to you now is, what will you do in the life she lived and that she gave to us? I pledge to work harder, even harder, to raise awareness about our health and, equally as important, take care of my own self-care. That's what Tanya would have wanted. So as you celebrate Tanya and think of what you would do, I offer you love and light. Tanya, may you rest in peace and power and love. And Tanya's about action and assignment. So make sure you understood the assignment that she gave. love, peace, and blessings. Thank you. Love you all.
Come on, I think we can do a little better than that for our Assemblywoman, Monique Waterman. I got it right. And I have known her for quite some time. Reverend Brandon Smith says she just told how old you are in a real slick kind of way. But that's all right. Yeah, it's been over 30 years. We're getting ready to wrap up. But before we do that, Tanya's family is here. And it would be remiss for us to leave here without hearing from some of her family members, all of them or just one of them, but we need to have her family's voice in this space. So I see they all looking at you, Tyrone. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I called your name out loud, but I guess it's on you. And they singing the song. You better call Tyrone. So let's receive Tyrone. Let's receive him as he gives voice and representation of Tanya's family.
Good evening, everyone. I just want to say this is a beautiful moment, and I'm sure Tanya's looking down and saying, yes, she did it. She did that work, for real. She put in the work, she put in the time, and she loved the kids and helping them out in any capacity. She put herself out there so much to where we're here today for that reason, because she put herself out there. The last thing she did was the first thing she loved to do, and that was helping people and the community. And it's just a blessing to see all the love and everything that the people came out for, people that met her briefly came out for and are celebrating her. This is definitely a phenomenal moment, and my family would like to thank you from the bottom of our heart for stepping out and showing out. Montgomery, all the organizations, Sacred Women, Drum, everybody, we appreciate all the love. We see this, and it's just unfolding even more. We just see the love, and we knew who she was, and we see that y'all did too, and we appreciate it from the bottom of our heart. Thank you guys, and get home safe, everybody. Blessings.
Are you the sole representative?
Apparently I am. Come on, Gracie.
That was...
This is Tanya's also.
Well, I come in agreement with what Tyrone has said. I thank you, and we, on behalf of the Odums family, thank you so much for coming out and showing your appreciation to Tanya, for Tanya. Thank you so much.
And so just out of pure respect to this family, we want to say to you all, thank you for sharing Tanya with us. Thank you for sharing Tanya with us. Can we say that to the family? Thank you for sharing Tanya with us. All right, I'm going to ask our team drum if you can come over this way, and we have some we have some lighters. For those who have candles, our team is just going to move around. We want to begin to light the candles, and then I'm going to ask Reverend Brandon Smith. He's going to come and lead us in our closing healing meditation. I want to thank all of you who came out tonight to make this night what it is. And trust me, this is just the beginning. The full celebration of our beloved sister's life has not even been experienced yet. This is just a portion of what we will experience in the total celebration of our beloved sister's life. So thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
As you're lighting your candles, I want you to think of gratitude, the energy of gratitude. What we've experienced tonight, all that has been shared and that has been spoken about Tanya and the work that she's done in community, the one word that just keeps resonating with me over and over again is gratitude. So tonight I want to close us out in a gratitude meditation. So when everyone has their candles lit, just be aware of that flame in the candle. Notice how the flame, it just radiates. It doesn't ask your permission for which direction to blow. It doesn't ask permission whether the wind can blow it out, but it just exists. It simply exists. And as this flame exists, I would invite you to exist as gratitude. You can place your awareness in the center of your chest that represents the space known as the heart center, which is the center of unconditional love. And just be aware of gratitude for the love that you have for Tanya, gratitude for the love that you experienced with Tanya. Maybe you didn't know Tanya, but you experienced love here tonight. Just be aware of that gratitude and allow it to simply radiate to every part of your body. Allow gratitude to radiate to the crown of your head. Allow that gratitude to go down to the forehead, into your brain. Your entire brain is now being saturated with gratitude. And just say thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Allow this gratitude to go down deeper into your lungs. So that way when you breathe in this next breath, you breathe in gratitude. Breathe in gratitude. Exhale gratitude. And allow gratitude, just like this flame, to begin to radiate throughout your entire body, radiating to the person next to you, radiating to the person next to them, until gratitude begins to radiate through our entire neighborhood, our entire community. Here's the thing about gratitude. Gratitude is the breeding ground for miracles. So whatever miracle you need in your life, just say thank you for it. Again, thank you. Again, thank you. And what gratitude does is it makes us super receptive and super conductive to be blessed. So just simply repeat this after me. Yes, I, the soul, am super receptive and super conductive to the healing energy. I radiate healing energy within me, around me, and outside of me. My home is radiating with healing. My family is being blessed with healing. My friends are being blessed with healing. My co-workers are being blessed with healing. My finances are being blessed with healing. Every aspect of my life, may every person, every being, every thought be blessed with gratitude, with healing, with respect, with love. Now just take in that deep breath of gratitude. Allow it to radiate through your entire body, from the crown of your head to the sole of your feet, from the sole of your feet to the crown of your head, to the front of your body, to the back of your body, from the back of your body to the front of your body, to the right side of your body, to the left side of your body, and from the left side of your body to the right side of your body. Feel your entire body saturated with gratitude. Now, as we prepare to finish, take this gratitude and imagine that it goes higher, above your head, higher, 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 so that it now radiates and hovers over the entire state of New York. Allow this gratitude to radiate higher, so that it goes into Earth's atmosphere. Allow this gratitude to radiate higher, so that the entire Earth, the entire universe, the entire solar system is vibrating with gratitude, with thanks, and in full faith. Amen, amen, and Ashe. So be it.
Please let me feel inner peace from my center, at the center of me. Please let me feel inner peace
place your candles up to the Lord.
At the center of me, please let me feel inner peace from my center. At the center of me, please let me feel inner peace from my center. At the center of me, my heart is open. I am aware in these knowing of love, love, love. My heart is open. I am aware in these knowing of love, 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 love. Please let me feel inner peace from my center. At the center of me, please let me feel inner peace from my center. At the center of me, please let me feel peace from my center. Center of me, please let me feel. Please let me feel peace from my center. From the center of me, my heart is open. I am aware in these knowing of love, love, love. My heart is open. I am aware in these knowing of love, 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 love.
Oh, yes. There she goes.